Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. I don't want you guys to leave money on the table. I've been talking about it in every single video, and specifically for every single first time viewer and investor, guys. I do the chart analysis out of gratitude. I usually am not invested 90% of the time into these stocks, and if I am, it's either a swing trade, a day trade, or anything like a scalp, and I'm done. But I continue to do the videos for every single investor and viewer out there. I do it for you guys. Now in the second half of the video, I talk about a ticker symbol to add to your watch list, as well as the home runs that we hit over at the Discord. Today our home run went up 50+%, guys. So if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of the community of 100+ members already, you can join us, intelligent, smart investors, over at the Discord, and we look forward to have you join us. The slots are filling up pretty quickly, but this is just an example. Chart analysis, and then the dip. People leave right after. This is one of my videos, right, from the past. And Pinduoduo, when I talked about it, I did a little brief analysis on it, just letting everybody know why to watch it. There was an overreaction going on at the time. It was sitting at 124. It fell to 119 the next day, and from that day forward, it ran up and it gave back almost $30, guys. It went up about 147, 148 as of a high 5 days later, guys. And that's not the only opportunity that did that. We did that with ChargePoint, and we just recently did it this week with Skills, guys. I talked about Skills Monday and Tuesday. I kept on emphasizing when it was at 14, when it was at 12, even if it went down to 10, I would have kept emphasizing. And look at where Skills is today, guys, and how it reacted yesterday. Big opportunity with those stocks overall. And not only that, guys, but you'll also learn a lot, right, through the process. So I want to do the chart analysis because I go ahead and do this out of gratitude. I enjoy doing it. I want to help investors. But not only that, towards the second half, you will know about the home runs we hit over at the Discord, and then you're also going to know about opportunities. I'm not saying that they're all guaranteed to jump up if I mention them as a stock to add to your watch list, like Skills, Pinduoduo, like ChargePoint, in a matter of days. But I'm setting you up for an opportunity to maximize profits, minimize losses, and start doing research on a stock you may not have been aware of, guys. So you're leaving money on the table. All I ask for is 2 to 3 more minutes of your time right after this chart analysis. So Ocgn stock, Ocugen Inc., ran up, fell down, right? This morning I talked about it, right? And I said, well, the EUA, right, emergency use approval, is what the CEO is seeking. He's going to go ahead and post it and see if he can get it approved. That was the hype in the morning. Well, then in the Discord, this is another great thing about being in the community, I went ahead and stated that Ocugen got halted, right? Because it was falling pretty fast. Everyone's trying to get out. Someone jumps and says, oh, they're having a register offering. And I said, can you please show it? They showed the link, and I went directly to the SEC filing post, right? From the Ocugen, straight files from them. And they basically are saying that the offering is expected to be approximately 100 million in total, and it's going to close on April 27th. So I think it just started, and it's going to be for 10 million shares at $10 per share. Well, that just pulled down all the hype and all that run downwards, guys. And we're now sitting in the 9s. So Monday's going to be interesting. Either the stock is going to stay in the 9s, right? If people don't really sell and it gets a little closer to 10. But if people actually overreact because of this run and now this big fall, they might pull it down a little bit more. Not to the point where it'll go back to $6. I don't think so, at least. But it may pull itself back a little bit more, and then it'll jump back up because the offering stock price per share is $10. So it could go a little bit below that and then bring itself back up. And then the worst case scenario is actually it doesn't come back up. There's an even bigger reaction after the offering is closed out and done, and $10 is history for now. So we need to watch this carefully, guys. So I'm going to break this down as much as I can. And this offering really shocked Ocugen from its momentum. Really nice momentum since the 20th, and today's momentum was pretty explosive. But this was something that was short-lived because in the morning there was some great news. The news from yesterday, right? And the news from the previous day. I stated that in yesterday's video. It was the same news used again. They didn't use the same news. They actually created a whole new statement. But right after it hit highs, or a few minutes after that, they went ahead and posted this, and look what happened to the stock. The stock collapsed, guys. This direct offering, for some people, it's good news. For others, it doesn't look so great, right? Depends on what perspective you have on the company and what research you've done, right? So here we are sitting at 978, and the support level is 921, guys. If that gets broken through, this is going to get closer to the 50-day moving average, which is 890. We want to watch how it does before it gets closer to 890, and if it does break through it, we're getting into bearish territory. So we want to see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, if the support gets broken through, the 50-day moving average gets broken through, the next support level would be down here at 870, and then I would look at way down here at 714. So that's a little bit broad. So right there at that point of 870, I would see how it does between 870 and 850 or 840 to see if the bulls are trying to reappear anywhere there, or are the bears really tearing this one down fairly fast. Look how fast it got teared down there. Now, the bears had something to do with this, and then also the offering had something to do with this. So this was a big reaction here that happened, and we need to watch this carefully going into Monday. Now, what's an important resistance? Well, truly, it's the highest point here in this consolidation before the fall, and that's up here at $13, guys. If this wants to hit any newer highs and any newer resistance levels beyond where it's at and beyond the 50-day moving average in the upward direction. But before getting there, I would use this point as a midway point, 1134, and then also right here a little bit closer, 1055, guys. You want to pay close attention to how the stock's doing between these areas, if they're being turned into support, and are the bulls able to pull upwards away from these areas. It's super important right now, especially with what's going on with the stock and where it's at, guys. We need to pay close attention to what's going on in the downside or in a consolidation type of period, because after the offering, we're really going to know if this offering is healthy for the stock or not at all, right? Because offerings, what they do is dilute the amount of shares that are out there, and that's why the stock falls. It's not always just an overreaction of sells, right, of people selling, but if not, the overreaction of more shares on the market, which means more supply, making the price fall. So we're going to really know Monday what's going on. And as always, guys, if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, guys, so they're aware as well. And don't forget to smash the like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel, and it lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos, guys. And I know I kind of went a little fast through that offering and this whole thing, but the main thing is the amount, the date it closes, and at the price per share that it's going for, which we already talked about. All I ask for now is 2 to 3 more minutes of your time. Let's talk about the home run that was 50+% today over at the Discord, and the stock you want to add to your watch list. So the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list is one that I've been talking about over at the Patreon for the last 2 weeks. It seemed to have hit a bottom for now. We don't know if that's exactly the bottom, but it seems like the bottom for now, and it's been running up and it's showing strength. We're going to talk about it in just a moment, but let me just show you guys the home run of the day. And if this is something that interests you, you can join me and the other members. We're 100+ members already over at the Patreon, and by joining, you can join the Patreon, the Discord. The links are down below for more opportunities like this, and most importantly, the community, guys. The community is filled with intelligent and smart investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So if this is something that interests you, you're more than welcome to join us over at the Discord. The link is down below. The tiers are filling up quickly, and guys, we are hitting home runs, and we've been hitting them every single day, guys. Not only that, but you can also learn through the process, right? You want to learn through these home runs. You don't want to just jump into it, right? There's high risk, and you got to understand the charts. But it's a great learning experience joining us, and there's so much to learn from each other and collectively as a community, guys. So if it's something that interests you, we look forward to having you join us. So the one I mentioned today, that was a home run was SYPR. I said LMFA. This one gave us between 5 to 8%, and then it actually jumped and gave us almost 10% a few minutes after. But the one that really was a home run today was SYPR, guys. This one was at 360 when I talked about it. It had a lot of volume in the morning, and it actually started dipping, guys. It was looking a little bit, confusing for those investors that didn't know exactly what was going on in the charts. You have to pay close attention to your indicators. You want to pay close attention to volume and so forth. So when you see this, I mentioned it at 360, this is the best entry based off of the chart, in my opinion. Even 360 or anywhere close to it falling, and if it made sense, it was great. If you caught it at that bottom and sold at this high here, right there off the bat, that was 10 to 12% right there. Right off the bat, right there in that first little jump. And it seems small because of how big the jump turned out to be for the day. So this stock pulled back again. So if you got in here at this entry and you put a 10 to 5%, stop loss in your execution and it didn't get triggered, you were able to ride this up without any hesitation because your stop loss did not trigger. Even if you put it at the 360 mark, right? Let's say worst case scenario, you got in somewhere around here and you put a 10 to 15 stop loss, right? Not 5 to 10%, but if not 10 to 15 stop loss to be triggered if it does fall a little bit. And it fell down a little bit, but it didn't fall into that area. You were able to ride this up and get your 10% here, or even just kind of, stomach through it all if you felt that there was a bigger opportunity coming, and rode it up to this 50+% opportunity. So for the day, it was 55% up from way down here, but from here up, it was more than 50%, guys. And for the whole day, it was almost 100%. It was like around 80 to 90%. This was the biggest home run we've hit so far in this month within just a few hours. So if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of the group, you want to become part of the community, we look forward to have you join us. And the community, guys, like I'm telling you, is filled with smart, intelligent investors, and we look forward to have you join us and become part of it. So let's go ahead and talk about the ticker symbol I want you guys to add to your watch list, and it's Plug Power, guys. This stock has been beat down hard. Could it go any lower from these areas? Possibly, if things continue to look not so bright for the S&P 500, and then the fears that are coming about the tax hike and then also inflation, they can pull back a little bit more. But at the end of the day, we've been watching it, and it hit a low here close to $24, and that's something we were looking for over at the Patreon. I mentioned it this weekend. I mentioned it last weekend, and this is a stock I've mentioned here on YouTube before as well. And since it's actually showing strength and pushing upwards, like newer highs, newer lows, newer highs, this is a stock you want to start watching and paying close attention to for either a consolidation, right, or a pullback again, and looking for the next opportunity. You want to do research on this company. You want to understand this company and what it is that they really do, right? We only invest in stocks we understand, but this is definitely a stock to start doing research and having on your watch list, because the upside potential based off of analysis ratings is pretty good to the upside. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.